decimal already, so adding zeros here is not changing the value at all. So I'm going to bring down a 0 and I'm going to divide again. 6 goes into 40 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. 40 minus 36 is 4. I've got to continue going because this still isn't a 0. So I add a 0 here into the divisor, the dividend, this is the dividend. Bring the 0 down and divide again. 6 goes into 40 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtract, I get 4. This could go on all day, and I'm still going to have that remainder of 4. So I keep on doing that, but once I realize that this is going to continue, this is called a repeating decimal. Now let's not forget that my decimal comes straight up into my quotient, and that's where I've moved it. I've already moved it. It comes straight up. And so to write this, I would be going all day, but once I notice that a digit repeats, I can stop. And let me show you how you write a repeating digit. I would write it like this, 9.706, and I put a bar over the 6 because it repeats. I don't have to continue writing the 6's or we'd be here all day. So this is how you work this division problem. Sometimes when you divide, you don't you don't ever come to 0 and you have a number that continues to repeat. Sometimes it continues to go on and on and on and it would never stop. Those are called irrational numbers. They just don't make sense. They're irrational or hard to get along with. And our final problem, 237 and 6/10 divided by 33 hundredths. I just wanted to make sure that we had at least 1 or 2 problems that showed a 2-digit divisor, because these aren't easy to work with. But remember, the first thing I need to do is I need to make this into a whole number, make my divisor a whole number by moving the decimal, in this case, 2 places to the right. Look in my dividend. I have to move the decimal 2 places to the right. Well, I really only have 1 place to move it. So what do I have to do? I have to add a 0. And now here's my decimal. So it's going to come straight up right here. Then I divide. Now, of course, I should be estimating as I'm doing all these, but I'm dividing 23,760 by 33 now. Now, I did some work over here because I don't know my multiplication facts for 33s. Thankfully, no teacher ever made me learn those, and I think it's silly if you were expected to learn them. But I did do some work over here because I know 33 doesn't go into 23. I can put a 0 there if I want to. I don't have to put it there. I know I have to divide 33 into 237. So I did some work over here. And by the way, if you do work like this over here, don't erase it, because one of these problems may not come in handy right now, but it may come in handy later. So I said 33 goes into 237. And I found it over here. 33 times 7 equals 231. So 33 goes into 237 7 times. And then 33 times 7 is 231. Then I subtract. This is 6. And I bring down this 6. And I know that 33 goes into 66 because I did some work earlier. 33 times 2 equals 66. So 33, I need to write that here. And I subtract. Now, I'm not finished because I haven't brought down every digit. Look, I have to bring this 0 down. And now I divide again. 33 goes into 0 times. 33 times 0 is 0. There's nothing left that I have to bring down, and so my decimal comes straight up into my quotient, and I get the answer of 720. Remember, this 0 doesn't have to be there. This 0 does.